the way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series. This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Steve Young. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown Raiders. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They begin with a run by Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On 2nd and 10, Allen toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score of Raiders 7, Raiders nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Allen. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Allen's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out route to Hill, complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And the Raiders pick it up down the left sideline.
It's not often that we see big plays. We just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that
and he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Again, it's Young. Oh, and now Young here throwing another interception. Picked off by Bobby Bell. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Young. They'll roll him out right. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Rolling to his right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Charles Tillman. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Allen. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Allen's throw is complete, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man and try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. To throw on 2nd and 10. Young. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Foreman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Raiders! From 17 yards out. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
He's got a man, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Justin Jefferson, 69 yards. And the Raiders get a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, Young. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
To throw, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that, right? And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is where he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Young off the bootleg. Complete to Deontay Foreman at running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Young. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Young. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Champ Bailey. The 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Young to throw. Pass complete, Tonyan. And that will get him another first down, but the clock certainly working against him. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Young. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.